All right, guys, how are you doing? Today is a very special interview. Today, we're gonna bring to you someone that is in the middle of what is going on right now. You're gonna love this interview because this is an interview with somebody who is a professional, somebody who knows, not just today is not hearsay. Today you're gonna hear from somebody who knows exactly what they're talking about. As soon as I can find my list of questions, I'm gonna bring him in. Good, great, ladies and gentlemen. I introduce to you Mr. Kensteve Anuka. Kensteve Anuka, that's the person that you're seeing right now on your screen. Okay, guys, that's Mr. Kensteve Anuka. He's the one that is our special guest today on this fantastic program. Kensteve, say hi to all of our viewers and those listening right now.
Hi to everybody. Hi.
All right. Kensteve, what we normally do in our program, we don't. You are a director. You've worked for so long in the movie industry. You've produced a lot of things, but we don't try to blow people's trumpet just so we don't make a mistake of not saying it right. So what we do is we let you introduce yourself and tell us who you are. So who is Mr. Kensteve Anuka? Who are you really? For people who don't know you. Go ahead.
My name, like you already said, is Mr. Kensteve Anuka.
Yeah.
I call myself a passionate filmmaker. I'm from Enugu State, Ozala, to be precise, in the eastern part of Nigeria. And I'm a member of the Directors Guild of Nigeria, a member of the International Directors Guild. And I don't know, won a couple of awards, both local and outside Nigeria. Attended a lot of film festivals.
I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that. I just wanted people to know that you are a director. You are and not just anyhow director, because right now a lot of people just call themselves directors. Okay, but I wanted to establish that you are a movie director of international repute. Steve, how did you get into before we go ahead? A lot of people, we hear director, we hear producer. What is the difference between a director and a producer? And Steve, don't worry about, we know you're not in the studio. This program is a casual program. We do it with you in your home. So don't worry about the noise. Don't worry about anything. It's okay, honestly. This is not a film production, so relax. Okay, my bro, just relax. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. We hear noises.
Okay.
Don't bother about the kids. Don't bother about anybody. Just talk to us. We hear you. Tell us the difference between a producer and a director.
Well, down here, the difference between a producer and a director is the director is like a mini god that puts life into the written words, like the creator of the movie. Like, let's assume when a writer writes a good script and a director is the creator of the movie.
Yeah.
So the director brings life to the characters that are written on the script. So the director has, I don't know, just compare a director to a mini god or the God Almighty himself. So in the field of filmmaking, the director has the final say. It's the director's picture. So whatever a director imagines, wants to bring to life, how he wants to create each character, he brings those characters to life and makes them come alive and they become a thing. So that's the director.
Good.
So, but the producer makes sure that he provides all the tools the director needs to make the film a reality. So make sure that the director is provided with the right tool, the right character, the right equipment, the right atmosphere, the right locations towards making the film according to the director's vision. That's the job of the producer.
Good. Now, in the Nollywood industry right now, with all the ranking in the world, I still notice that when movies are produced in the Nollywood industry, that these movies, they get pirated so easily. People watch them. So how do you guys make money in the movie industry in Nigeria with all the pirating and everything? How do you guys make money in the movie industry in Nigeria?
Well, I must admit that it's not been easy with the piracy, but thank God for platforms like the YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank God for platforms like YouTube. Right now we have a solace in that, because when we make a good movie and you upload on YouTube and it's a very nice production, I guarantee you that you're gonna make a good money from there. Then you equally sell to some terrestrial TV platforms. Then before it gets to the market, that's where the pirates get access to it on DVDs and on VCDs. But there is no way they can pirate it. It is on YouTube with their logo on it and all that, even though they do download, but it's very difficult for them to download and sell the one that has the logo or as easy as they would have if it is released straight on DVD.
Okay.
So those platforms do help us these days to make some money before it finally ends up in the local market.
Okay.
That's how it is.
Now, what are the copyright laws in Nigeria, and how are these copyright? Tell me about the laws that are in Nigeria concerning the movie industry, like the copyright laws and other laws in Nigeria.
Well, after making a movie,
yeah,
there's the Nigerian Copyright Commission, and their job is to protect films from piracy. But people are smart these days. They are smarter than the authorities these days.
Yeah.
So the tendency for them to even beat the law is very, very high. So even with all the rights, they still do it, and to trace them, sometimes they can be where you can never locate them. So, and another thing is the copyright, the main thing they do these days is just to make sure you are the full, to make sure that they give you the license, the rights to your work, that anywhere you present it, it can be accepted as your work, that the rights to that work is fully owned by you, and nobody should infringe on it. But to combat piracy and those taking advantage of the work is a very serious thing down here. But still, the Copyright Commission, they try their best to make sure that the work and the proceeds of the work belong to the owner and the creator of the work. But to really combat the heinous crime of piracy is a very, very Herculean task, and I don't know. It's just very difficult for them to kind of crack down.
What about other laws that governs practicing your profession in Nigeria? Which other laws are there? Like, who can you put in a movie? What kind of movie can you get involved in? What are there some laws in Nigeria like that?
Yeah, there's a board responsible with classification of movies, like the Film and Video Censors Board.
Okay.
Nigerian Film and Video Censors Board. So their job is to classify movies and rate it, so that people will know the category. There's the classification for family, adults,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
So that is their job to do that. So they are there as well.
Okay. So now you know why I was asking you. Why I was asking you about these laws is because I mean I wanted to know if there are specific laws or what the law says about who you can cast in a movie or who you cannot cast. Is there a particular law against that in Nigeria?
Well, I've not come in contact with anything like the setting, the kind of person you can cast or not cast. The only thing the law states is that after making a movie, you must bring it for classification, for censorship, to make sure that it is good enough for the public to consume, especially the Nigerian public. So after viewing it, they now censor it. If there are some certain materials to take out, they tell you take out. There is none, they give you the censorship certificate and you'll go ahead and release your film. So aside that, there is no other. Once it's censored, you are free to release your film.
Awesome. Now,
so the censorship is to know the rating, like 18 plus, 13, and all that, so that people will know what the children can watch, the kids can watch, and what the adults can watch, and all that. So that's it.
Thank you, Ken. Now, so far, how long have you been in this movie industry, and how many movies have you been involved in?
I was still in school way back in 2000 when I do come to movie sets and back to school. So, but as a director, I started directing 6. So, and since then, I've been sometimes directing and producing. Then I write my scripts, like almost all my scripts, I do write them.
Wow.
Though I have other people, I do other people, but I do write most of my scripts. And to be sincere, I think if I should count between the years I practiced in Ghana, I was in Ghana for like 6 years. I made some of the well-known Ghanaian movies before coming down to Nigeria and continued here. So if I should add everything up between Ghana and Nigeria, and even the ones I've done in the Gambia and other West African countries, they will be more than 100.
Wow.
So far.
More than 100 movies. That's a lot. Recently, there's this movie that you directed that is causing so much buzz, and that is the movie I want to talk about. Before I talk about that movie, I'm going to bring somebody in later to talk to us also about the movie, but I wanted us to talk a little bit about that movie. Just go ahead. It's a movie that involve BOBRISKY, Everybody is there's so much buzz about it. There's so much controversy, and people are wondering why did you bring in Bobrisky into your movie? Why Bobrisky of all people? So we wanted to know why you put Bobrisky in your movie. You're going to talk about that movie, but I'm going to take a 1 minute break and try to bring in the producer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not heard about the movie, it's called Bobrisky in Love, and Kensteve is the director of that movie. But we also have Mr. Basil, who is the producer of the movie, and I'm trying to bring him in. If we can bring Mr. Basil in, it will be nice to also have two of them talk to us. So, Mr. Ken, why did you first of all, why did you think about directing a movie called Bobrisky in Love?
Well, Mr. Basil is on now, the producer and the executive producer. I think that question should be directed to him first.
Okay.
He's on now.
Okay, good. Mr. Basil, thank you for coming on the program. Everybody is here. We have about crazy number of people watching on different platforms right now, and we're reaching you from Toronto, Canada. Basil, why did you conceive the idea to produce a movie, Bobrisky in Love? Why?
Okay, the fact is that the inspiration just came in. I spoke with my director about his concept like that. Shooting a movie concerning someone that was threat, they travel out of the country and came back as a transgender or bisexual or a gay.
Yeah.
So I spoke with my director about it. He told me, wow, this concept, he really loved it. We share ideas. After that, he came up with the story. After writing the story, I went through it. We cross-checked a few things. We made some corrections, and we decided to shoot.
So you guys, since you has the movie been released already? Has it been released?
We aired the movie on our channel. So, but we got a call, and we got a call from the censor board that they have not given us approval to release the movie. So after 1 week, our YouTube channel was demonetized, saying that we violated the YouTube partnership program. So our channel was demonetized because of the movie. So we are asked to delete the movie. If we did not delete the movie on our channel, that our channel will not be monetized. So we.
Hello. So you removed the movie from your channel now?
Yes, we deleted it.
So why what rules, what YouTube rules did you break by having Bobrisky on your movie? Did you think it was Bobrisky that you had in the movie that made them say that you have broken their rules, or do you think there's something else?
For me, I think it's because of Bobrisky, but because group of men, we are protesting both on online, Facebook. Some people did a video, some people recorded a video, they post it, they say the Nigerian government should interfere. It's something like that. So I think it's because of the protest from many people, group of men who have not even watched the movie. They were protesting. Some of them have not even watched the movie. They were protesting that we are supporting him.
did you show some? Okay, now, Mr. Director, let me come back to you. Was there any part of the script that there was a part where like, was there a pornographic part in the movie? Was there a place where people undress themselves and no?
Not at all. Not even a contact. Not even a contact. Whatever has been done, you just see a man enter a room and come out and say one thing. And those were people trying to like put him back, because the whole story is about a guy whose father is a court traditionalist, in the line to become king.
Yeah.
So he was amassing wealth for the son, and even the son was supposed to replace him, in the line, in the title he is about to take. So he was boasting about his son, only for the son to return a woman, and it became an issue. It was a battle. So it's like, so not knowing that everything was just a plot set up by the same son, played by BOBRISKY, to know if the girl he left in the village and traveled abroad will still be as faithful as she was when he left. So it was all a game. And to play it well, film these days goes beyond some kind of caricature. Film is professionalism. When you are telling a story, you need all the tools, the best tools you can get to tell your story, to convince beyond reasonable doubt that thing is real. And that was made the choice of BOBRISKY. Just like Basil said, the whole thing is about people having issues with maybe the guy himself or whatever he represents. But we as filmmakers should not be engaged in this. We are professionals. We don't discriminate. We work with everybody, whoever you are, once we can tell our story and convince people. In fact, Bob, I never knew the way the story is. I never knew you even accept to do it, because if they should say, rather than encourage, the whole thing is even against him.
Yeah,
that's
what I was. Yeah. That's what I was going to. That was what I was going to. Basil, I was going to ask you, how do you feel about this whole thing? How do you, first of all, as a producer, you know what you put into film production, but as an individual, tell me how you feel about this whole thing, about the way people are painting, how they are attacking the movie. Is it the movie they are attacking, or BOBRISKY? Tell me what you feel about the whole thing.
The fact is that I am highly crestfallen. I am disappointed, because those people that I see that is protesting against the movie seems to be uncivilized. Because I don't just know the reason why some people will just be protesting against the movie. Understand? I'm really surprised. But one thing I know for sure is that I did a good movie, which I am happy about. This is one thing I like about this profession. Sometimes it's not all about money. It's because I have the passion. Understand? I'm happy, even if the government they ban the movie or not. I am happy I did what I think I ought to do as a producer. Understand? So, but it's just that I don't really have like, who am I going to fight? Understand? I don't know whether to fight against the government that they said they banned my movie that I've not released in the market, or I should fight against YouTube, which I have not seen in person. They just demonetized my channel, but everything is just like, it's just crazy,
Have you guys written YouTube? Have you guys tried to get in touch with YouTube about demonetizing your movie?
The thing is that for you to have a direct contact with somebody that you can call on YouTube, it's just where you have up to 100,000 subscribers. Understand? Right now, we are just young YouTube. We are just young on YouTube. We don't have up to 100,000 subscribers. But we load to YouTube. What's happened? Then the response we got is that we have to delete that movie after they written it, they will count up to 30 days before we will now have the option of applying for monetization.
Yeah, I know. They'll just send you. There's just a usual a default message that they'll send back to you. We've had that problem with YouTube also, but I would love to have BOBRISKY come on our channel and tell us how he feels. We are also professionals. We don't try to hold an opinion, but one thing is clear: if any human being, it doesn't matter what they believe in, it doesn't matter. I don't agree with BOBRISKY and his lifestyle, but that's his business. I don't expect him to agree with my lifestyle. But you see, if someone appears in a movie and that movie that's why I started by asking the director about the laws in Nigeria. If someone has not broken the law, then you cannot begin to marginalize, you cannot begin to discriminate against that person. You cannot begin to marginalize that person. Here in Canada where we live, you can't do that. You can't do that. People are gay here. People are homosexuals. I'm not a homosexual. I don't subscribe to that. I'm a Christian. But if I dare discriminate against somebody here because of their sexual orientation, they can sue me and I can end up in jail. They have a right to do what they have to do, and that's what we want to see in the Nigerian film industry. And that's why I was interested in bringing you guys to talk to you, because a lot of times people just base their judgments on hearsay, and they base their judgments when they have not even watched the movie. Okay, so I want to thank both of you for the job you have done. Kensteve, I know you very well, and when I started hearing this gist, I'm like, you guys don't. This man is a director of international reputation. I know movies you have done. I know you personally, so I said, you know what? I'm going to bring you so people get to see you from the other side. And Mr. Basil, from the way you have spoken right now, I see that you're somebody who has a passion for what you do. I'm hoping that in future, you guys are going to collaborate with Worship Media. I talked to Steve about this some time ago, but I know he's a very busy man. But I'm looking forward to you guys working with Worship Media to produce a movie here in Canada. And we, on our part, we have some links with Google and YouTube. I'm going to do my best to see how we can make sure that you're not discriminated against. If you have not broken any laws, then they cannot discriminate against you. Let me just use this time to ask you guys if there's something you feel your fans should know about the movie, or what you want them to do. Do you want them to write to YouTube? How can we all help? We that are your fans, we that feel that you're not being treated well. What can we do to help?
First of all, I really thank you for giving us the hope that in the future we'll have
Basil, hold on. But there's an echo. There's an echo. I don't know whether you need to reduce your volume or something. There's an echo coming from your side. Okay. Okay.
Is it okay right now?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I really thank you for trying to get in contact with us, which we have done, and for the promise you gave us that in future that we collaborate with filmmakers in Canada. We are looking forward to that. Then, and second part is that if officials, I would love you to give us, if you have the opportunities, for you to help us live to YouTube, because our channel has been demonetized, and I cannot be uploading movie for free, because I am doing filmmaking as well as making money as well. is a passion, but as well as making money as well. So, and we have shot like 12 movies, which we have not even uploaded on that channel, and we cannot just upload it for free. We want our channel to be monetized, so we will be able to upload the movie and keep on shooting movie as we want.
Okay, so Mr. Director.
So he has said it. You see, we are already growing a big fan base of people who love the kind of movies we do, and we are telling our African stories. Even Bobrisky in Love is an African story told very well. YouTube is a great beneficiary because if they check the views, the number of views our movies get, it's easy chasing or even beating some already established channels. So it's a big thing. We are providing content that is on YouTube. They should know that we are partners in progress. They should know that we are making film that people are all over the world and they want to view African movies through YouTube. So whatever measures they do should not be punitive but corrective. They can write us, we can do it, but not direct punishment. It's so harsh, it's so discouraging, it's not the best way. We are law-abiding people, we are law-abiding film producers, we keep to every law and we keep to agreement. That's even the reason why immediately they write the letter, we took it down. Because some stubborn filmmakers will go like, why? But we keep to the law and we don't upload. Check all the films there. We bring great contents. We don't even upload useless stuffs. All the films we're uploading on the channel are first-class films, premium films. So it's to the advantage because they're equally making money while we do that. So it's this kind of punishment or whatever is very, very uncalled for, seriously.
So that's
what I'm saying. They should go back to the status quo the way it used to be. Get the channel back to how it is so that we can continue entertaining people and telling our stories. That is it.
So what do you have to say to Nigerians who keep on putting up negative things that impact on the movie, and then also to the Nigerian Film Censorship Board? What do you have to say to them? First of all, where are you with them? What have they given you a time that they'll finish reviewing the movie? Have they told you anything? Do you know?
The thing is that we are still waiting for them to rate the movie, so that let us know whether they banned the movie or they have rated it. So we are still waiting because we have not been released in the market. So we are still waiting for them to rate the movie.
Okay. So, Director, what do you have to say to Nigerians who are putting up negative things out there?
Well, I just want to tell them that they are in error. If they watch the movie, they will see a totally different thing from what they think the movie is about. So the movie is even there to tell people to do the right thing. So it's there to tell people to do the right thing and not the wrong thing. That's what the whole film is about. That some things are not accepted in the society we live in. I mean, the society we are growing up. But that does not mean that it's not our business. We are film people. We tell our stories. We use the right tools. And we use every channel we can to tell our story the way we think we should be told. And for us to do it, to remain the great filmmakers we are, we use the right tools. So Bobrisky was the right tool we saw and we used. His life is his life. Just like you said in Canada, in other parts of the world, you don't do that. So Nigerians should be able to respect the rights of each citizen, especially the one that is not looking for trouble. He made a film. He featured in a film, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
People enjoy the movie.
Yeah,
so what is the problem?
Yeah. The thing that is confusing to me, I know I've talked with you a little bit, is imagine you were making a movie and you wanted to use a chicken in the movie, and somebody is asking you, why are you using a chicken for the movie? Why don't you use a dog and try to make it look like a chicken? So like, and you're saying, it's a chicken. I want to use a chicken, and that's why I'm using a chicken. The story is about a chicken. Why should I use a dog and try to dress it to look like a chicken? It's harder for me to do. Exactly. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna let you go. I know it's raining so much. The reception is very poor, but you guys just kept pushing, and you stay connected with me, and out of your busy schedule. Thank you so much, guys. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do BOBRISKY sometime tomorrow after I talk with you guys. So thank you so much, Mr. Kensteve, Anuka. Thank you so much, Mr. Bastille. And I'll be calling you guys later when all this is resolved and you guys start making, because I predict you guys are going to make a lot of money out of this movie. It doesn't matter the kind of obstacles and the kind of challenges you're facing right now. This movie is going to set you up for something greater. And there are so many other platforms. I'm going to talk to you guys about it. There's Vimeo. There's so many other places you should get your movies into. It's not all about YouTube. YouTube, their shakara is too much. But there's so many other places you can get your movie into. Okay, so don't worry about it. We're going to work on it and help you as much as possible. So thank you so much, guys. I'm going to let you go now.
Thank you. Please tell the Canadian filmmakers that we are coming. We are going to do the collabo with you.
Yeah.
And we are ready, and we're going to give them the best.
Yes, Kensteve. That's Kensteve and Basil that were with us shortly. I've let them go. You see, that my problem with all of this is these are young men trying to do their best in the movie industry. We talk about Nigeria not producing things. We talk about Nigeria not doing what they are supposed to do, and then you see these people trying to do their best, and you don't encourage them. Honestly speaking, BOBRISKY is living his life like Chidi is living his life. I don't agree with everything he does, but that's not my business to judge. We all there all over the world, in Nigeria, in Canada, everywhere, to obey the laws of a place. And the greatest law you have to abide by is a law that guarantees freedom of speech, freedom of expression, a law that allows people to exist as human beings without being discriminated against, without being marginalized. As long as you obey those laws, people should allow you to exist freely. But I don't want to go into that. We are hoping that tomorrow we'll be able to bring BOBRISKY on the program so that we can find out from him what he feels, why he really thinks that people seem to be against him featuring in the movie. And we're also going to bring another film producer tomorrow. His name is Dimbo Atiya, to also talk to us about filmmaking in Nigeria. We're doing everything that we can to encourage young people, to highlight the effort that young people are making in Nigeria against all of this nonsensical behavior of some of our old and tired people in Nigeria that brings bad name to Nigeria. So that's what we're doing. From all of us here in Toronto Worship Media Studios, this is Chidi and Erica saying bye-bye.